Greetings. Greetings, good people. Greetings, the nation of God, the chosen nation of God. Greetings to the truth seekers. Greetings to the people who are after truth. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it feels good, when you know that you are all about truth and nothing else. Okay. Because we are told that truth will set you free. Right? The truth will set you free, and you would even find the same words in the scriptures, in the biblical scriptures, right? That the truth will set you free, ladies and gentlemen, and truly indeed, okay? Now, it only takes being devoted, and it takes surrendering your life into the Creator, right? Into the one that you understand that He's the one who brought you here, and He's the one who knows and understands your path better than your own understanding. Okay? Now, you know what I would like to talk about? Because our enemy uses this other thing that I believe we were all naive to it before, right? Which is deception. Okay? The art of deceiving, right? Wickedness, ladies and gentlemen, right? Now, we are told in the scriptures, which is something that you're gonna witness and confirm for yourself that truly indeed it's what's happening. It's wickedness and deception. Okay? Amongst the people around you, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because you're gonna realize that these people know nothing but deception. And in the scriptures we are told that they actually even they 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 practice wickedness like a sport. So to them it's all fun. Okay? Because I believe, when somebody is playing a sport and it's a hobby, it has to be fun for them, right? So same thing with these people. Okay? They practice wickedness and deception like a sport. So, you can only get better at doing whatever sport is it that you're doing, right? You can only get better within time, okay? So there's no letting go of the hobby and deciding to say all of a sudden now I quit. Now you see what the only difference with wicked people is that the more they grow up, the worse they get. Like if it's a narcissist, the older they get, the worse they get. Right? The older they get, the worse they get. The structure keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and it's a structure that leads to a pit. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me. I don't know. From experience, I'll try to give you an example of the type of deception I'm talking about. Because you see, to these people, they don't see deception as deception. Okay, they don't see it as wickedness, right? They think that deception is being smart. Okay, this is what they use to try to prove how smart they are than you. Okay, and mind you, they're trying to prove to somebody who's not even trying to prove anything to them. Okay, they're trying to prove. I'm gonna say that again. They're trying to prove that are smart to somebody who's not even trying to prove anything to them. Okay? Now, in the other video, I told you that these people they don't know how to just live life, right? They don't know how to just live. Okay? There has to be some wickedness happening, deception. Okay? Now, let me give you an example of how, if control, it begins with control. If they can control you and get you to do stuff like you're some little kid, well, like they can get to point fingers and do this, do that, make you do this, and just waste your energy by making you stand up to go do something that they could have done themselves, and they just have to, it's like that. It's like using your energy to their advantage, where they have to sit back and say, look at this dumb man, look at this dumb guy, look at this dumb woman. Okay, now let me show you an example of deception. Okay, I come to you and I'm like, if you're feeling cold, you can apply some Vaseline on your skin. Okay, it'll help you get warmer. But then from there, I decide to hide the Vaseline. I'm showing you an example of what deception sometimes looks like, which is wickedness, which people think that is just being smart, and it's not really wickedness. Okay, I tell you, there's Vaseline. If it helps you when it's like cold, it helps you get warm. It covers your skin or the layer that helps you get warm. And then after telling you that, I decide to hide the Vaseline. Okay, and you're there, you're looking for it, and you're like, okay, or maybe a lotion. I tell you, there's a lotion that helps you get warm when it's cold, and then after telling you that, I decided to hide the lotion. From there, we are there now looking for the lotion, and these people would help you look for the lotion while they know that they're the ones who hid it, and they're there like, wait a minute, where's the lotion? You remember I told you you should apply it to your skin when you're feeling cold? Now I can't find it, but it's the same person who hid it, who's doing these stuff. Okay, it's the same person who have hid it, and now the same person is helping you look for it. It's acting like they don't know where it is. Well, they know where it is. Okay, now that's deception for you. What other example can I show you of deception? uh okay, this is one other thing that I've realized. Okay, you're living with people, and mind you, these people you're living with and are doing these type of deception and wickedness, sometimes they're people that go to church, right? They have like a sitting church they're attending, and it's the type of church where they will travel miles and miles and miles and kilometers away to go attend this church. Okay, but then it's crazy because how they act and play these games and become all deceptive, and how they play this wickedness around you. It just doesn't speak that churchness. You'd even ask yourself questions like, well, then why are they going to church for? Right? And then when you speak out, you say, but I thought you guys are Christians. They'll tell you, no, we are Christians, but we're not God. Ladies and gentlemen, it gets deep, you know. It gets deep when God starts showing you these things. Like he starts showing you the wickedness that surrounds people and how they feel. Mostly about you, the pure soul. Okay? Because you're gonna be surrounded by people who do not know how to deal with their problems, right? They got like hidden motives. Okay? They got wounds, unhealed wounds. And then, being around such people as a pure soul, it reveals these things as light. It reveals these things to you, because you're gonna, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, no form of pretense will pass you by. I promise you. Okay? No form of pretense will pass you by. You would see right through them like that glass. Okay? And they're not, because they're living in a world where they do not believe and do not believe in somebody getting to be awakened by God and God showing them the truth and the veil lifting and you being able to see right through them and all that. They don't believe in none of that. So, which means they don't think that you can do that. They're actually doubting. But you can see each and every move they make, each and every move of deception, each and every move that they think that they are clever than you and they are way forward and they are way ahead of time. Ladies and gentlemen, you would have long saw the game before they started playing the game type thing. Okay? Because you operate in silence. You would sometimes decide, okay, now let me keep quiet. I see what's happening. And you're looking at them like, I see what's happening. Right? I see what you're doing. I see the plan. I see the deception. I see the gameplay. Right? And you'll take a close look again and realize that these people still, in their minds, think that I don't see nothing. They think that I don't hear because you would, they'll even throw back punches at you. They call them sucker punches with the words. Okay? Speaking in code, thinking that you don't understand the code. Ladies and gentlemen, you hear the conversation and you hear the conversation behind that conversation. That's what God does. And they don't believe in none of that. Right? You know, in the biblical, in the scriptures, it calls you that you're gonna be a slave. These people, you're gonna be a fool to these people. So they look at you, they see a fool. And they wanna prove to them, they wanna prove it. They so badly wanna prove it that you're such a fool and you would amount to no form of success. They wanna convince themselves that. Okay? Okay? They wanna convince themselves that you are so much of a fool that you don't even understand the game they play. Right? For experience, for example, let me give you an example. I remember when like the Bali, the dad, right? You He has to be able to call you a girl even when you know you're a boy. And to him you're supposed to agree and say, yes, I'm a boy. I mean, yes, I'm a girl. Even when you know you're not a girl, you're a boy. He wants to be able to call you a girl and he wants you to agree to what he's calling you. I don't know. I'm trying to give you a picture of how these type of people, especially a narcissistic parent, he wants to be, because these people, they want to position you in a position where they feel it suits you, right? And you as the chosen one, you as the one who sees the dysfunction, who has God's understanding, it's pretty much clear what's going on. So like he wanted to be able to call me a girl while I know very well that I'm not a girl, and he didn't want me to defend myself and say, no, sir, I'm not a girl, I'm a boy. Okay? So by me defending myself and saying that, no, sir, I'm not a girl, I'm a boy, I'm being disrespectful. Okay? He wanted me to be able to agree to what he's saying and say, yes, sir, I'm a girl. I'm just giving you an example of how they try to force things to you, right? Once you stand up for yourself and say, no, that's not me, you're being disrespectful. Okay, so like he stopped giving me these 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 um these money, right? He stopped giving me money, okay, toiletry money sometimes, so I can buy this, buy that. He stopped. But then you know what he did? He stopped, but didn't stop with everybody else. But then he started now giving everybody else money in secret. Like he would give everybody money in secret, and with me, no, he will just leave me where I am. Okay, and I'll tell you, he just don't know how I've been surviving. but I've been surviving by God's grace. Okay? He would see me just having money, not knowing how I got that money. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, he's the type of the Bali. Excuse me, camera. I'm trying to fix this. Now he's the type of he's the type of person who's full of himself, right? Let's say you guys are at a supermarket and he's buying you guys stuff. Like he wants everybody in the supermarket to know that he's the one with the money. Okay? Be quick, no, I cannot buy. No, be quick, I'm the one who's paying here. Hmm? I'm the one who's paying here. Like he's the type to wanna let everybody know that he's the one who has money in the supermarket. Okay? See me here. I'm the rich guy. I'm the rich one right here. Okay, he's that type. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like I'm going a little bit out of topic. Okay, but I'm still in topic, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the deception because God will show he won't allow you to stay amongst the people around you without revealing what's around you. So you understand what's around you. Whether is it a healthy place or is it a place that's meant to drain you and drain your energy and belittle you and what you call and belittle you, misunderstand you, and all that, ladies and gentlemen, right? Despise you, right? Um, Now, ladies and gentlemen, trust me, it's a privilege for these people to have you around, okay? Because the demons that are using them, they well know who you are. They well know the type of energy you possess, okay? So they're just gonna keep using these people to come at you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to make this video too long. Know and understand that what you're seeing is it's a phenomenon. It's God revealing His power amongst these people. And trust me, he pretty much caught them by surprise because that understanding of that God is not the understanding you have. Okay? Now stay prayed up, stay safe, stay meditated. Peace.